So let's get into the Gnar guide. The base comp is going to be Rek'Sai, Gnar, Aatrox, Kindred, and Alawi. This is what it'll look like. You definitely want to be able to pick up Rek'Sais and Gnars early if you can, and then fill out the comp with the other units to start off. As you level up, you're going to want to add in Shen, Ornn, and Kayn, and that will be your completed comp at level 8. Now when you're adding in units, you definitely want to prioritize getting in 4 Dryads first, as this will make your comp a lot stronger than having the 4 Ghostly in, but when you hit level 8 you want to have all of those in. At level 8 you also want to be looking for Azir, as he will be the one to replace Rek'Sai, so that you will have 4 Dryad but no Rek'Sai, as Azir is definitely a better unit. If you do end up getting a Dryad spat though, then keeping Rek'Sai is totally fine, so you can have 6 Dryad in. When it comes to items, items are super important for this comp. You want to make sure to prioritize itemizing your Gnar, as he's going to be your carry. Now Gnar's items are going to be Titan's Resolve, this is the most important one. You also want a Bloodthirster on him, and then the third item can either be a Hand of Justice or another Titan's Resolve. This is kind of dependent on what your items are. If you had to choose one, I do like going with the Hand of Justice. Now the second carry you're going to want to itemize is going to be Kindred. This is where all of your AP items are going to go. So Blue Buff, Deathcap, and Morello are really good on her, as well as any other AP items you can get, like Shojin, Jeweled Gauntlet, or Shiv, as these items can be then transferred over to your Azir later. Especially if you get a Azir 2-star, he'll be super strong. Any extra tank items that you have are going to go on either your Shen or your Ornn, depending which one is stronger. So this is any belts, any extra cloaks, or any extra vests, as you're not using these much on any of your other units. Now the goal for this comp is to get to 6, and then roll at 6 for Gnar 3. Gnar 3 is super important for this comp, as he's going to be your main carry, and without a Gnar 3 you're just not going to win. It's also nice to collect Kindreds, as Kindred 3 is also really strong, and if you could 3-star one of your frontline units, like maybe your Shen, that's good, but definitely don't prioritize it. Now scouting is a really important part of this comp, because the main counter to this comp is getting contested. If you get contested, you're gonna have a really rough time getting Gnar 3, and like I said, without Gnar 3, it's not looking good. By scouting and knowing whether you're contested or not, you can know how you need to spend your gold. If you aren't contested, you want to slow roll at 6, so keeping above 50 gold and rolling down the extra gold, picking up any Gnars, Kindreds, etc. But if you are contested, you're probably going to want to roll all of your gold down as soon as you get to 6, and you want to make sure that you are rolling down before your opponent so that you have the better chance. Once you hit Gnar 3, you're going to want to econ and get to 8 as quickly as possible. This allows you to get all your synergies in and hopefully pick up an Azir. If you end up having a lot of extra gold and you've 2-starred your Azir, you've 3-starred some of your units, and you want to go 9, then a good unit to put in would be Lissandra, as it's going to give you Arcanist, and she's really strong. Now let's talk about some augments. For silver augments on 2-1, Help is on the way and Over Encumbered are really good. Component Buffet is also really good, as well as on 3-2, Pumping Up, and Young, Wild, and Free. So you can see with your early silver augments, you want to be looking for something that helps you get components, as itemizing your carry is really important. On 4-2, something like Harm Assist, Partial Ascension, or Blistering Strikes is really good to get some extra damage for your team. Some gold augments that are really good are Combat Caster, Heavy Hitters, as your team is going to have a lot of health, 2 Healthy, since you'll have a lot of 2 cost, Mulched and Dryad Crest, because these synergize very well with Dryad, and Martyr is pretty good as well. For prismatic augments, Baboom is by far the best augment you can get for this comp. It synergizes really well and makes your carries super strong. Accomplice is just a really good augment in general, so pick that up if you can. Freaky Friday as well, not bad, and Dryad Crown, because you get that Dryad spat and you have the possibility to get 6 Dryad in. Pandora's isn't bad, but you only want to be picking up this augment if your items are extremely bad, so you're not able to itemize your Gnar correctly, or your Kindred, maybe you just have only tank items, and then it's okay to pick up that augment. Now this is a really powerful comp, let's see it win, and thank you for watching.